Hi, hello, welcome to It's a Jackie Thing. I'm your host, Jackie. Happy Halloween. So, this year I thought, what would be the best way to start October off? Drawing an icon profile, of course. And what inspired me to draw this? Bewitched. So, a little about Bewitched. First off, episode 1 aired on September 17th, 1964, and the final episode aired March 25th, 1972. Very long, time period, a couple years, let's go, roll into Waka Guacamole. Bewitched the movie, though, is one of my all-time favorite movies. It's about a popular 1960s sitcom, aka, again, Bewitched, and then wanting to reboot it. So, since I'm too lazy to actually, write a summary about it, I'm going to read you what it says off the internet, Google. Samantha falls in love with a New York ex Darren Steffens and marries him in the first episode of the sitcom. Then Darren finds out that his new bride is one of a secret society of powerful witches and warlocks, and that a witch of her nose brings magic results thoroughly bunfundled. Darren makes her promise never to use her powers. She agrees, tries to settle it down being the perfect suburban housewife. Her mother, Endora, however, has a different agenda, and she hates that Samantha has married a mortal and continually tries to break them up. I'm reading so fast I don't know what I'm talking about. Sam's other sibling, spellbinding friends, though, and family pop in and out of Stefan's household as Sam tries, and most of them falls to live in love without magic. So basically, they gotta learn how to live without magic. Yeah. So the movie came out in the early 2005. But while watching this, I was like, I wish I could fly. And you ever get those feelings where you're like, you stop a second, you're driving or whatever, or you're sitting down, you're like, I wonder what it'd be like to fly. I get this feeling all the time where I wish I could fly. At the same time, all the time, especially when I'm watching birds fly, I'm like, you guys are so beautiful. I wonder what it'd be like to soar in the heavens, And I haven't really, so I guess back when I was younger, I liked to draw and watch witches and stuff, and I feel like back in my earlier childhood, when I was 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm pretty sure, I'm thinking it was up to 4. No, maybe it was 2 and 3. 2, 3, 4. Or maybe it was 3, 4, 5. I think it was 3, 4, 5, honestly. I was a witch for 3 years in a row. But I haven't, drawn witches since I was in 2nd grade, 3rd grade tops. So considering I don't really draw witches, and I watch a lot of, and the crazy thing is I watch a lot of TV shows and movies, growing up with witches, I've watched TV shows, I've watched witches, I've watched, spooky shows and things, and I don't draw them often is kind of surprising to me. So, to name a couple off the top of my head, it would definitely be Bewitched, Hocus Pocus, Supernatural, The Worst Witch, Once Upon a Time, the originals, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, which is OMG, I love that show when I was little. True Blood, Midnight Texas, that's a good one. I don't know what this one is. I may have to check that out. Sorry, I just wrote all these down on my phone to, read to you guys and everything. And I'm like, well, The Vampire Diaries. I've seen a couple episodes of that. I wasn't a big fan. Oh my gosh, I watched this one a lot when I was about a year or two ago. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Bewitched, once again, I love Bewitched. Witches of the East End, yes. No, I don't want... American Horror Story is not my game. Charmed is really good. Love Charmed. Nope. Yeah. So all about that is, those are just a couple of them that I wrote down and named at the top of my head that I know. I know a lot more, but being put on the spot, I feel like I put myself on the spot to know all these at once, and I should have wrote them down when I was thinking about them, the other day. Wasn't a very bright idea of me for, Why am I still rambling about TV shows and witches when I should be already talking about the artwork? Let's listen to, or let me talk a little about the artwork at first before I start rambling more about something else, Oh, while watching Bewitched, I was working on my sketch in my sketchbook. As you can tell by you can notice in the beginning, I'm resketching the face and I messed up on, and also the pencil. The pencils! Oh my gosh, let me just rage for a moment. I am so sorry. I bought these pencils at Walmart in September, and they're like these pencils that look like a pen. And I thought they were working fine at first, but when I put them in my sketchbook and shut the cover, and then my hand touched the graphite, it smudged like a son of a bee. I was like, what? You just destroyed my freaking drawing. Oh my gosh. But, yeah, messed up. Sucks. I was like, whatever. Then, it didn't, you barely touched the darn pencil and it smudges. And I'm like, I can't believe I just sketched my picture with that. Ugh. I feel like after I got past that whole ordeal, it turned out a lot better though. I like making drawings and things like this because I can tell how much more I've improved when I draw something else compared to it, and see how it turns out, you know? And working on this piece, I really, really wanted to try something new. I realized doing this though, I really, really 3 times really needed to work on lighting and shading. I don't work on those a lot, I just mostly do character design and stuff, you know? But I've been working more on backgrounds, and like I said, I need to work more on lighting and shading. And originally this was going to be a forest, but I realized a little too late that I put too much lighting everywhere. So I thought about lots of lights in a big city. I thought about lots of lights, aka big city, you know? And I really can't say what my favorite part was in making this, honestly. I love the whole thing, though at the end I was starting to get a little bored and impatient and tired. And, you know, getting that, I was like, screw this, I'm done. And I just sort of sketched in a background real quick. I didn't feel like making a whole blasted city and everything. So did the traditional comic book sans type drawing style. And sorry, I'm a little sick. Kickstarting October with, so I decided this would be fun. I know I already said kickstarting October, but my idea is that I really wanted to do Inktober this year, but I didn't get a chance. Like, I did get a chance, but come on, school, everything, it does not work out with doing it. And besides, October, aka Inktober, is for artists to learn, like, to put this stuff, to be motivated to draw every day and put their skills at the best work they can do and not feel depressed or sad or mad because they don't draw every day. It's a learning skill so you can get better at drawing. So people who say, like, the people who keep on saying about October being like, you have to do it if you commit to it, it's not true. It's for you to learn how to get better at drawing and inking and stuff. That's why it's called Inktober, to teach you how to do line art and stuff more, you know? And, I thought kickstarting with October, it's going to be a 6-week-tober masterpiece thing I'm trying to work on. This week prompt for myself is exciting. And again, after I watched Bewitched, the story, the whole story of what I want this drawing to feel is, the whole story I want the drawing and artwork to feel is, this story is, you're going for a midnight flight, like, through a big city. Obviously, you can see that through the picture, but for the people who can't see it, it's a drawing of a witch, or my persona, avatar, whatever. Going through a big city and flying, okay? It's going through a big city and flying. That's perfect. Though after doing this, I'm definitely going to work more on backgrounds. Way more. Because I was thinking, like, your art's not really even, like, you can do character design all you want, but if, like, you want to make comics like I really want to do, then you really have to work on backgrounds and things, because without the background, it's not really a story point, you know? And, yeah. The whole point about this challenge is, A, I really wanted to do something for October without stressing myself out, and B, to challenge myself not only to draw a character, but to create a story with it, as in a background and little details and things. So crossing my fingers over here, they're seriously crossed. Here, can you see my fingers crossed? No, I'm joking. But my fingers are crossing them fingers, is for later this month, there might be a little extra thing for or on Halloween. I'm praying that I can get this done. I need to stop putting a whole bunch of things on me at once. But I'm really excited to post this if I can get it done. Weird thing is, A weird thing is, I am still in shock. It's been almost a whole year since this time last year. I was working on my costume and trying to emphasis on trying. I know in 2017 I made it to prompt 5, and on day 6 I totally forgot about it and said screw it. And last year I think I did like 1 prompt and I gave up on Inktober. Though last year I wasn't as confident, like going past my art stages and everything, getting to this final stage where I'm feeling more confident in posting my art and getting my art out there and drawing things is a lot better, because like back then, like I'd say about 2-3 years ago, I wasn't very confident in it. I thought it was really bad. But looking at it, I feel like I've improved a lot. I really like it. Though last year I wasn't as confident in myself and my art, so no posty woasty. And I am proud, though, that I tried to go at least some sort of extra mile this year. I'm very happy. And a couple reasons why Halloween is one of my all-time favorite times of the year is I get to make a fabulous freaking Halloween costume. Like, girl, I'm gonna be getting my ruby earrings, my ball gown Cinderella type dress on, and go strut my stuff. Costume, and I get to dress up spooky in my other outfits and stuff. Like, I don't have to dress up spooky, but come on, Walmart has some cute freaking leggings and stuff, and then they have all these fun decorations and things, like cat ears and whatever. How can I not go get over there and start dressing up like a hoodlum or dress up like a pretty princess or something, you know? You gotta look fly, and I got like this cute skirt and everything, and it's like, oh wow, this is so cool. And actually, fun fact is that the shirt and that skirt I have, the skirt though is a little bit darker. It's more of a blackish purple than it is actually purple. I just put purple to highlight it. But the orange though, I have that shirt. I got it at Walmart for like $7. But it's fun. I'll wear it all year long, honestly. And I get to draw spooky, gory, creepy things without people thinking I'm crazy, you know? And honestly, I'd rather go trick-or-treating than sit home and be boring. Like, seriously, what is it up with people saying, aren't you too old to be trick-or-treating? A little too old to be trick-or-treating? I'm like, what the hell is your problem? Stop being a grouchy old grouch, and you Mr. Grinch. My nightmare before Grinchmas. Seriously, shut up. Kids can be kids. Like, seriously, let them be kids while they're kids and let them enjoy. I ran into this kid the other day. She was 8 years old when I was babysitting her. And she's like, I don't like Halloween. It's so boring and I'm too old to go trick-or-treat and everything. And I'm like, you're 8 years old, kid. I'm way older than you. Why are you saying things like this? No. Halloween is amazing and awesome. And also, I'm thinking next video, I think I might want to do like a sort of story time about last year. What do you think? Maybe? And while so coming to the end of this video today, this was really fun to make, and along with the whole drawing of the witch, I feel like 1 out of 10, it'd definitely be an 8.5. Not my favoriteest of favorite drawings, but it is on the scale from 1 to 10 on the top 10s of my favorite. Probably like the third. Like if 1 being my favorite, it'd definitely be like a 3 or 4 of my favorites. Okay. And then I'm thinking one real quick question before I say adios. Would anybody actually be interested if I were to make a video on how I work IBS Paint or how to use IBS Paint? So I know in the past I got a couple comments and stuff saying how they would like me to work and teach them how to make or do things on the IBS Paint, like a little cheat sheet or whatever. So if anybody's interested in that, I'm going to try to work this weird poll thing at the top of YouTube. If I cannot figure out how to use that for the life of me, then for the death of me, just comment, please. Okay? If you'll find out whether or not I can work it after this is posted. So, on that note, if so, again, leave a comment or use the poll, considering leaving a like maybe and a share. Alrighty, y'all stay fabulous, have a great freaking day, night, evening, and I shall see you, or I shall see thy later. Goodbye!